Hello and welcome to Late Night Latte.
One singular latte.
I am Star,
I'm Ash.
and welcome to this week's episode of Talking About Stuff.
Yeah. Anything we want to talk about? Anything, everything, anything and everything.
Some things are on the table, a lot of things are off the table. We'll see how it goes. We're talking about Pokémon.
Hell yeah. What a vast topic to discuss.
I'm a choose you. Me.
But before we jump right into today's topic, maybe
right.
just before
we
let the people know what you've been up to this week, Star. What's happening in the star life?
What's happening in the stargazing territory of the starfish is
tell us.
It was really nice weather this week, so I got some sun, which was nice.
Ooh.
It was my pasty skin has gone up a singular percentage of a shade.
Excellent.
And I got to hang out with our friend Ash this week, which was very lovely.
Me.
That's
we got to meet up.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
It's like, that 5k radius being extended to a 25k radius. Hells yeah.
It makes the difference. It really does.
Oh my god, it does.
But yeah. So for anyone out of the loop, recently Melbourne's been in mega lockdown. We haven't been able to go like 5 kilometers outside of our... Basically, we've been stuck in our suburbs, and STARMIE lives in the city, and I live very far out of the city, so we've just not been able to see each other at all. Yeah. But they recently extended it because our COVID numbers have been down. It's been good. Well done, everyone. That's doing the right thing.
I've got to sneeze. I can feel it in my nose, but it's not coming.
She's gonna sneeze.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk over the top of her sneezing.
I'm not gonna sneeze. I'm good. It went away.
Your sneeze got offended that I was gonna talk over the top of it.
We brought attention to the fact that I was gonna sneeze, and it just decided, you know what? No.
It's
gonna make this person look like a fucking idiot. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, that is the idea of, not the idea, the general consensus of sneezes. They come and they go, but never when you want them to.
Just like Mum.
Whoa!
I'm kidding. I don't.
Today's topic. Parents' abandonment. So you were right, Starmie.
It fits in with the theme of Pokemon.
You could,
and how we have no parents that care.
Oh my god. It's true.
Takes all my money and spends it on shit I don't need. Fuck you, Mum. I'm kidding, I love Mum. Yeah. She's never gonna listen to this. What am I talking about?
Pokemon parents versus real life parents.
Spot the difference.
Ooh. Juicy take.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so did we decide on like what part of Pokemon we're talking about? Can we talk about like Pokemon theories, or are we just gonna stick to the games?
I think we could just talk about whatever. We could make this a very general episode, and we could go into specifics at future times if we want. Pokemon's just so diverse.
It is very diverse. Actually, Let's talk about the evolution of the game and like how we've grown up with it versus like now that we're adults, how much like if it has the same kind of childhood spark of happiness that we used to get when we got the games early on.
We chasing that nostalgia high.
Yeah, give us that nostalgia. I just want my remakes of Sinnoh, okay? It's been longer than 10 years. I just want my remakes of Sinnoh. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
Sinnoh was such a good game. Gen 4 is like # my second favorite.
Okay, well that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Give us the first Pokemon game / gen you started with, what your favorite one is, and then give us what your favorite thing about that is. You go first.
Excellent. Okay, so I started playing Pokemon when I was a wee little child with Gen 2. So the first game that I officially played was possibly Pokemon Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
But it belonged to my brother, so I mainly just watched him play it. And I didn't actually own my first game until Emerald came out. So I got Emerald for either Christmas or my birthday, can't remember which one. And then I got Fire Red the year that came out as well. Maybe like afterwards. And yeah, no, my favorite generation is nostalgia value is Gen 2. So I fucking love Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Gold Crystal, Silver.
Yeah.
They're really good games, and I like that you got like pretty much 2 games for the price of one because you had the Kanto region in there as well.
Oh yeah, Kanto Edition is really good.
Which I don't think they have done since then. Like
No, they haven't.
Pokemon DLC was pretty lame. And when we say DLC, it was essentially just buying the 3rd game. So usually you got your fucking red, blue, gold, silver, and then crystal, emerald, yellow. They were all your DLC games. So if you wanted that extra content, you had to buy that one as well.
Yeah, but you still had to go back through the region.
Oh yeah, of course. It wasn't just like, whoop, there you go. It's just so funny now when people talk about like Sword and Shield with the Isles.
Yeah.
And how it's like, oh, Pokemon shouldn't have DLC, and it's like, it's had DLC since the beginning. They just rebranded it as an actual game back then.
Pokemon have been selling you $60 DLC for years.
Yeah, like, that's always been the case, honey. Although they do need to bring back, like, Pokemon following you around. I miss that.
Yeah, there are a lot of things about Pokemon that they just ditched.
They just need to make a game that has all the best elements of all the previous games, I reckon.
Yeah, they're very... Pokemon works in a very weird way, the Pokemon developers, in that they like to add new flashy content, but the way they write it into their stories makes it incredibly hard to put more than one of their flashy new contents together. Like, take for example, Mega Evolution, Primal Evolution, and Dynamaxing, right? Those things, they don't all really work together.
I thought that was just a meta thing to change up the battling styles. Like, you know how, unlike, because, like, you can't have Megas in Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah, because it's a different universe / world.
Yeah.
They wrote Megas in a way that made it incredibly hard to make games based on Megas while also including things from the other Pokemon dimensions. It's weird the way they write their Pokemon stories.
Yeah.
Not the best fan of it, but I mean, a lot of people do complain about how they ditch elements so fast, but it's just, it's the style choices they make when they create these things. So you gotta understand that they do add the new flashy battle styles, but those become the crutch. The crutch? Oh my god, I meant to say the clutch of what the world will be built around. Because obviously Dynamaxing became what the entire region was built around. Like, they don't just make the game and then throw Dynamaxing into the battles. No. They basically start these pitches somewhere in the beginning with what will be the main gimmick of the game. They're very fond of gimmicks in Pokemon games.
Oh yeah. Well, I was kind of like referring back to things like, you remember like being able to shine your badges in Gen 4 or making Pokeblocks in Gen 3 and like the Poffin games in Gen 4 and then like the Pokeathlon in Gen 4. No, the Pokeathlon. I had so much fun with the Pokeathlon in Soul Silver and Hard Gold.
Yeah,
and then,
I do
there's like those
Pokeathlon.
DLC islands from the 3rd games, like the Battle Frontier in Gen 3. Like, I just like those kind of elements. I feel like are very lacking. I can't really comment on like Omega Ruby and Omega Sapphire.
Omega.
Isn't what they're called?
Omega.
Fuck whatever.
Yeah.
The Omega verse of.
Yes. The
Yeah.
ABO Pokemon verse.
Yeah, I never finished those games, so I can't talk about like what the post-game content was.
Yeah, it wasn't much. They made basically a tiny little DLC of Emerald so that people would shut up about Emerald remakes because it was never going to happen.
No, we're not going to get the 3rd remakes of games. The closest we got was Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, which was of yellow, but yellow.
Yeah. They're basically, the 3rd game, it's dead. It's been dead for ages.
Yeah, like they stopped it at XY and they never made Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gen 6? Gen 6. Actually, no, they did it beforehand because Black and White.
Black and White didn't have a 3rd one.
Yeah, so it would have been Gen 5.
Yeah,
so
Gen
they haven't
5.
been doing it for 3 gens.
But instead we're just getting like remakes because we got Black and White and then we got Black and White 2 and then we got X and Y and then we got Ultra X and Y. Oh wait, was that Sun and Moon?
It was Sun and Moon. We got Ultra Sun and Moon, yeah. X and Y, they kind of swept it under the rug pretty quick.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, no one cares about this game. Because X and Y was the Mega Evolution, right?
Oh, did they introduce? Yes, they did. Yeah, because they gave you one of the starters that had Mega. So they gave you like
yeah, the
Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or
Bulbasaur.
Charmander.
Yeah. Oh, I never
rem-
answered the other question. My favorite starter is Cyndaquil.
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah.
overall, all of them.
Yeah, throughout all of
Damn.
them, Cyndaquil. Oh.
Typhlosion is pretty cool.
No one thinks Typhlosion is cool.
I think Typhlosion's cool.
No. Alright, in the comment section below, type in what your favorite starter is. If any of y'all say Charmander, I'm kicking you out of this chat.
No.
Charmander is overrated and has been for like 15 years now.
Okay, fine. Let's do it this way. Name your favorite starter of each stage of the evolution. So that way you're not just thinking of your favorite starter by what it ends up as, and you're thinking each individual one. So name the first stage, second stage, and third stage.
You say that like I didn't mean that when I said Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my favorite starter, and it stops at Cyndaquil.
Oh, okay, so then what would be your favorite second stage out of all of the second stages?
Dixie Drumstick. Combustion.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I get it. Alright. And then what would be your final evolution favorite?
Hard pass. They all suck.
They all suck! They all suck!
They all suck.
Listen, okay? I'm gonna throw that on its head and say I like final evolutions more than I like beginning starters. There, I said it. I like crazy designs. I like big detailed big boys, chunky boys.
My favorite third evolution is Empoleon.
Okay, that's fair.
That's gonna make people want to leave this chat. Everyone hates Empoleon.
What? Empoleon's pretty cool. I mean, Water Steel, that was basically unheard of back then.
Yeah, unless you realize that it was in Gen 4 and there was no fire types.
Yeah, that's true. Fire types in Gen 4. Yeah, they really did them dirty in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, Piplup was a bit overpowered.
I don't remember. I only chose Piplup because it was the starter in the anime. I was obsessed with Gen 4 anime. Like, I fell in love with Dawn straight away to the point that 12-year-old me made an RPG account on, like, Bebo. That's exposing how old I am. But I had a Dawn from Pokémon RPG, like, just a roleplay account on Bebo, and it was called, like, Dawn is Awesome 555 or something like that.
I wonder what her opinion on Dawn was.
I fucking loved Dawn. And I look back now, I'm like, Dawn isn't that great of a character. She was kind of boring.
She was very whiny. She was way more whiny than May, from what I remember. I loved
how whiny she was when I was a kid. Like, May had a lot of spirit, but Dawn was just a whiny, preppy, over the top showgirl, and I fucking love that so much.
I just hate the way that as soon as contest became a thing, the side female character always had to be the contest person.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna say it. Shut the fuck up. Those girls maybe they want to do gym battles. Maybe Ash wants to be in the contest. Let the boy be in the contest.
He did a contest battle against May in that series.
But he hardly was in the contest. Like, he would show up, like, one contest, from what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I remember, it was, like, one contest per region, basically. And then he just wouldn't be in it.
Yeah,
he'd be like, I've had my screen time in the contest.
It's better than what the previous lady counterparts did, which was nothing.
Which was Misty. It was just Misty.
Was it just Misty?
Yeah, Misty was in Gen 2 anime. She was the female.
But Gen 2 lasted forever, and then we had May.
It's true.
And then we had Dawn, and then I can't remember who came, because I stopped watching the anime after Dawn. I think it was, Iris next?
Was it? Yeah, I didn't watch. Yeah. I stopped at Gen 3 anime, so I'm even more out of the loop. I tried to get into XY, but at the time, I think it was in Japanese, and I just couldn't stand that they called him Satoshi instead of Ash.
Yeah, I guess that
really annoyed me.
Oh.
I was like, it's valid, but also I hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, the difference in the names just never really bothered me too much, but I've never watched Japanese sub Pokemon, so I can't really comment on it. Yeah. I know, like, I did try to give Sun and Moon a go, but again, I was really busy when that anime came out, so I saw the first couple of episodes and then I just never continued it.
Oh, I watched the first season of Sun and Moon, actually. There was a really cool, I think the ending of season 1 was like, he went back to Professor Oak's with all of his student friends, and all of his Pokemon were just chilling there, and Misty was there, and I was like, it's Misty!
Of course. You're a Misty simp.
Oh, I'm a Misty simp. What can I say? I love her.
That's valid, though. I love Misty.
How she feels about water-type Pokemon is me with dragons. Basically.
So
I want to do a challenge run one day where I just do 6 dragons. I was thinking of doing it in Sword and Shield since, like, you've got, like, Charizard in the end and you've got Raihan.
Fucking OPAF, though.
Yeah, but once you have a weakness to dragon, they will be crushed instantly.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, a fairy gym, too, isn't there?
Opal.
Yeah, Opal's fairy.
But you can just counteract by teaching one of your dragon types a poison move.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess.
And if you're anything, like, if you're the complete opposite trainer to me, then you will be grinding up so your Pokemon are already strong enough to fight the gym.
That's true. But you can do challenges where you level cap, where you can't go above the level of the gym's strongest Pokemon.
It's just, yeah, that's weird to me. Because it's just like, you might as well just be Nuzlocking at that point.
Yeah.
I know some people will level cap in their Nuzlocke, and that's like the first I've ever heard of people level capping was purely for Nuzlocks and stuff.
Okay, so Dragon Nuzlocke is what you're saying. I hear you.
You want to play a Dragon Nuzlocke?
I guess. If it's gonna get me those views on Twitch, I'll do it. Just kidding.
How will you even work? Will you just get someone to Wonder Trade you a random dragon type every time you enter a new area?
I would have, I would probably have to, get friends to trade me them in, or I'd go out and buy an extra cartridge and then just trade them to myself from my finished Shield game.
Ah, yes. I never finished Sword and Shield.
Yeah. I never did the post game. I literally stopped right when I was supposed to catch Zamazenta.
Yeah, I was Nuzlocking and I accidentally entered a battle that I was doomed to lose and I just got team wiped. I didn't get team wiped. I had like 2 Pokemon left and I just couldn't continue after that point because it just hurt so much. Because it was blind Nuzlocke. So what it was, like in one of the cities, you know how you fight the cafe dudes? The one with the Swirlix and the one with the Slurpuff?
I don't know. I probably never went into that cafe.
Yeah, well, anyway, like, I didn't know the levels changed depending on the city you're in. So I went into a city and challenged these guys, and their Pokemon were at level 42.
Oh my god.
And mine was still in, like, mid to low 30s. So, and they're 2 fairy types. I didn't have anything that could take them out.
Oh.
And it's just, like, my entire team was just wiped. And we were on stream for it at the time, too. And it's just like,
no.
And then I tried, but after that stream, I just never continued. It's heartbreaking.
You're really pumping me up for my first Nuzlocke next month.
Well, because, like, I've never done a blind Nuzlocke before, so I'm like, Sword and Shield, let's go. So I streamed it, it was fun. Ooh. And then... But the one thing that killed it for me was also the fact that you could see the Pokemon running towards you.
Yeah.
So you could also kind of dodge them and run into the grass in case you didn't want them. So that made it a bit difficult because you could just pick and choose what you wanted based on what would run towards you. So, like, a lot of people have clauses where it's like you can only go into the shaking grass and all that stuff.
That's fair, yeah. Or the first Pokemon that pops up, you just have to take that.
Yeah.
You just have to run towards it. Yeah. I suppose there's ways around it, but it doesn't feel as good as getting that first Pokemon on a route in the older ones.
Bro, when I fucking did my Soul Silver Nuzlocke, I learned that you could headbutt the trees in towns. So I headbutt one of the trees in right before you hit the forest. I think it's Azula Town or Azula Town.
Yes. Azula Town.
Shush.
Yes. Thank you, Con.
Yeah, it's like I headbutted a tree and I got a Heracross, and then he just kind of owned my team. Like, he was so good.
Ooh, yeah.
Because normally I always fail my Nuzlockes. I get too cocky. Like, I was doing a platinum Nuzlocke, and I made it to, like, the first boss battle at the Wind Valley Works.
Yep.
And his skunk tank just murdered
Mars.
Yeah,
Mars was her skunk tank. Yeah.
Yeah, they just fucking murdered my team. And I'm like, that's it. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, no, it's Mars and her Perugly, I think. She has a Perugly.
Either way, it was either a skunk cake or a Perugly.
Yeah,
but
the fat cat.
Yeah. It was like a stinky cat Pokemon. It wrecked my team. And at that point, because it was so early on in the game, I only had like 5 team members, and she just ripped straight through it. I'm like, I couldn't even start up a new game. I'm like, I was heartbroken.
Oh no.
And then, yeah, that was the last time I did a Nuzlocke until I got Sword and Shield. And I'm like, let's do a blind Nuzlocke. And that was fun, but I play way too carelessly to actually complete a Nuzlocke.
Yeah, it's like, you gotta find that really nice balance, I feel, especially if you're, like, recording it or you're doing it live, because you want it to be entertaining too. You don't want to just completely over-level for everything. You gotta have that nice factor of, will I make this boss fight?
A lot of people have, like, different rules for when they Nuzlocke as well. Like, they have, like, switch clauses where you cannot switch your Pokemon.
Yeah, you put it on set mode, yeah.
Yeah, they have no items in battle. They have, you can only heal with a Pokemon Center, no healing outside of battle. They have, like, you can only use items you find on the ground. Like, there's all these different rules, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I love watching pro Nuzlockers do stuff. Or, like, do Kaizo games and stuff, which is basically just ROM hacks of Pokemon games. For anyone that doesn't know, basically just ROM hacks of Pokemon games where they, like, they set custom teams for everyone and custom levels and stuff. So, like, you go into, like, Erica and she's got, like, level 40 Victory Bell or something like that.
Oh, God, that sounds, like, overly painful.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaizos are basically made for that, as far as I'm aware. I've never played one. I don't know if I ever will.
Yeah.
But I love challenge runs. I think they're so fun.
I'm not really a fan of, like, the randomizers too much, but I know...
You don't like randomizers?
No, for some reason
I love randomizers.
They just never clicked with me.
That's fair.
I just didn't like how random things were. Like, I tried playing a randomizer once, and I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just, they're not for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. For me, the aspect I like about randomizers, especially in Nuzlocke, is that it really forces you to play on your your best game with your teams, because you just don't know who you're gonna get. Whereas like you can somewhat prepare when you know what's gonna be on a route. I guess not when you're, like, obviously when you were doing your blind Sword and Shield, you don't have that advantage, but in terms of randomizer, like, it could just be anything, and also if you randomize evolutions, then it's like you don't know what something's gonna be, but then if you get a Metapod, it's suddenly not useless, because it could evolve into a Nidoking or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, the potential is what really gets me. Like, I've been having a lot of fun in my Pokemon Blue randomizer Let's Play, which is my current LP, that I've done in preparation to get ready for my first Nuzlocke, which, the amount of times my Pokemon have died while I've been training, oh my god, I am not ready for Nuzlocke, but I can't wait.
Be careful.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's like,
please come watch me fail.
I will watch you fail. It's my favorite pastime, everybody. I'm kidding. We support each other here. Girls,
but we also like to watch us fail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, Nuzlocks are great. Like, I have, like, people in my Twitch who only drop by when I'm Nuzlocking. And it's like, well, sorry, darling, I haven't Nuzlocked in 6 months. Hope you're doing well. Mwah.
Oh, man. She'll get back to it eventually, lads. Just give her time to mourn the Pokemon.
I'm never gonna get over that. Like, I should just start a new Sword game. You should, yeah. Oh, did I get Shield? I don't know. I think I got Shield because I'm a dirty little bottom.
Oh, what can I say? Hey, I got Shield. What are you saying?
You know exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, man. I got Shield because I like the doggo more.
Yeah.
I thought the Shield dog looked better than the Sword dog.
That sounds like something a bottom would say.
Oh, man. I'm getting stereotypes here.
What were you talking about before? Ruby Omega?
Just because I like the big dog. What's that supposed to say? What are you saying, Starmie?
You know what I'm saying, bro.
Anyway, moving on. I have another question that I thought would be fun to do. But before I get into that question, I realized maybe I should give my favorite starter. Because I've been asking you a bunch of questions, but I haven't really given anything.
That's okay. We changed the topic before we gave you an opportunity to answer. Please go for it now.
That's fair. That's fair. I probably also changed the topic. Right. So, my favorite starter overall is Trico.
Yes.
I'm a grass bitch. I'm one of those weird people that generally picks the grass starter.
Grass starter?
Yeah, I know. I generally pick the first grass starter.
Get that out of here. I am fire, except for Piplup.
I like fire too, but water is actually the one I picked the least. It's pretty funny. But in terms of, I'm usually like, I would say about 30% fire and about 70% grass. The one grass
Yeah.
starter that got me really disappointed, and everyone's gonna hate me saying this, but
Is
I
it Chepsy?
I hated Rowlet.
Rowlet, really?
I hated Rowlet. I looked
Holy
at the
shit.
reveals and I saw Rowlet and I'm like, I've never been so disappointed in a grass starter in all my life. And
But
everyone's
it's
like,
an
I can't believe I'm
owl.
picking grass for the first time. And I was so mad. I was like, I'm the grass starter bitch and I can't be a grass starter. I had to pick Litten instead. Which ended up being cooler. Don't at me. Incineroar. I'm a dirty
Incineroar,
furry and I
yeah,
like
the
Incineroar.
furry
Leave me
bait.
alone.
Yeah.
I like the furry bait one. No, but Decidueye looked really cool though. It definitely did. So everyone that picked Rowlet got a really cool one in the end. Definitely. But yeah, Rowlet was really disappointing when I first saw it. Like, obviously I don't hate it anymore. I think it's really cute.
Why
but
though? What happened? Like, why?
I didn't like it. I saw it. I saw how cute it looked, and I saw how it was gonna be like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just when I saw it, it did not click to be a good grass starter. I saw it and I was like, that's not me. That's not me.
It's not him.
It's not him.
It's not him.
And I was like, everyone's gonna want to pick that because it's really cute. And I couldn't. I
I'm
saw
not
Litten and I was
other
like,
girls.
I was just like, I didn't like Litten's design super much, but when it evolved into Torracat, I enjoyed it more. I thought
Yeah.
Torracat had better designs on
A
it,
lot
but
of people
Litten's
were
designs.
so disappointed with Incineroar too. Like, if you weren't a furry, people hated Incineroar.
Yeah, I felt bad for liking it because people were bashing it so much, and I was like, but I like Incineroar, and everyone's like, it's so ugly, and I'm like, but it's based on masked fighters, of
How
course
cool
it's
is
ugly.
that though? Like, he was a heel wrestler. Like, I don't know if any of you guys follow wrestling, but fucking heels are incredible.
I thought his design was fantastic. And like,
Yeah.
isn't there a Japanese wrestler called Tiger Mask?
Yeah, that's
like, wasn't
exactly. That's why
that was like the joke.
yeah, like his shiny version is white and red because it's like that was like his enemy's colors or something.
Oh, that's
Like
fantastic.
His rival colors. Quote me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I missed that up a little bit.
But still, yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, but definitely Trico. Trico's my favorite. I like Sceptile a lot too. I think Sceptile could arguably be my favorite. Sceptile's Trico's full evolution.
No. I thought you say it with the C. Skeptile.
Oh, no, I think Sceptile sounds garbage, so I say Sceptile.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, what can
Shout
I
out
say?
to all my Skeptile
Your English is
homies out
garbage. But yeah, I think Sceptile would arguably be my favorite third evolution too. I really like it. My favorite mid-evolution could be, I think maybe Quilava. I like Quilava a lot.
Quilava is so cute. Little
Quilava is
badger.
very cute. It's like, Quil, Quil. I love it.
Yes, because that's how we pick our favorites, is based on the
Yes.
sounds they make.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I have a weird bond with Quilava. My favorite Pokemon card is a Quilava card because I've had it since I was like a kid, and it resonated with me. It became my favorite card. It's like my ace card, even though I never played much Pokemon as a kid. But it just became my favorite card, and I still have it to this day. It's in the front of my really special, expensive folder, even though it's just an average Gen 2 Pokemon card. But I really like it, and I've really grown to love Quilava just because I like that card so much, so arguably. But, you know, they're all the awkward middle years phases of everyone, so
Yeah,
what can we say?
The edgy kid phase. Even Rowlet's, I think's design makes it look like a don't talk to me kind of emo kid.
Yeah, the mid-stage one. Oh my gosh, yes.
Wait, which is the bunny Pokemon? Scorbunny. He's
Scorbunny.
wearing the hoodie.
Oh yeah, Rabbit? Raboot? It's
I
Raboot.
don't know. I trained up the gorilla.
Oh,
I wanted
the
monkey.
gorilla. I mean, I picked Sobble because it was a lizard, so you know.
Monkey. I think Grookey was just is peak monkey design for Pokemon.
Yeah, Grookey's pretty cute.
Grookey.
I like what is it? Rillaboom? It's full evolution. I really like that one too.
Rillaboom.
Yeah,
Big
that
buff
one was
monkey
hella
man
cool.
With his
Yeah,
drum
buff
set.
monkey man. Yeah, they were pretty cool. I like all the final evolutions. They're pretty tight. I like
Actually,
final evolutions because they look cool. I just think they're neat.
Yeah.
Right, so my question
Oh yeah.
before I topicked into how much I love Trico and Sceptile, my question for you is, if somebody asked you to pick your dream team of Pokemon, And I say this dream team, when I say dream team, I don't mean competitive teams. I mean just what you think would be your team of 6, where you would, like, draw yourself with your 6, not necessarily favorite Pokemon, but maybe what you would consider just a dream team based on Pokemon you've had in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Etc., etc. What would be your 6 Pokemon?
I've prepared something earlier because I join OCTs, specifically Pokemon OCTs, all the time. So I've already got, like, art of what it would be. I just need to find it, the old artwork.
Does OCT stand for Original Character Trainer?
Original Character Tournament. So
Tournament. Okay.
So pretty much a tournament would be, like, you would draw up your character, and then you put her on, like, a reference sheet, him or her on a reference sheet. And then there'll be judges, and then they'll give you prompts to draw each round, and depending on, like, how creative or good your artwork were, they'll give you award point system, and you'll move on to the next round, kind of thing.
Yes,
and
I've seen this
pretty much that until, like, the final round. I usually could make it about halfway, and then the competition was really tough and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna send it to you over Discord, but this is the dream team. There's only 5 at the moment, but it's Gengar, Embold, Tyrantrum, Salazzle, and Grookey. No, the Thwacky, not Grookey, Thwacky.
The Thwack boy.
Yeah, and then throw in, like, a Typhlosion, and we're good to go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me see if I can find, like, the alternate team.
Tyrantrum's so good. I fucking love Tyrantrum's design so much.
It's perfect. It's, like, peak dino design.
It really is. I'm sorry, but if you picked Auroras for your fossil at XY, man, you got shafted.
Also, here is the alternate. Here's the edgy version of the team, where it's Tyranitar, Skarmory, Clefairy, Grumble, Lunatone, and Weezing.
Oh, you mean Typhlosion. You said Tyranitar, but the image I'm looking at has a Typhlosion.
Yeah. Well, it was going to be switched out with a Tyranitar. So
okay, that's
at
fair.
some point.
I like the way you drew tusks on your Weezing.
Very big.
He chunky boy.
Do you like chunky Weezing?
Damn. Is that a shiny Clefairy? It's got, like, it's got, like, green ears.
So I'm one of those people that kind of, like, follow shinies by the anime logic, where it's super, like, even in, like, OCTs, my trainers will rarely have a shiny Pokemon. So you can't see it, but the trainer that I've shown, she has purple hair, and her name is Vega, and she has a shiny Clefairy, but the other team is owned by an OC named Valerie, and she doesn't have a shiny.
That's fair. I never even really consider shinies. I'm always like, I just do the basic designs.
A lot of the times I end up just liking the original colors more as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And they're the designs you see more, so you associate more with them usually.
Yeah, exactly. And what about your dream team?
Mine? Oh, right. So I used to have this dream team. I'm gonna say the one I used to have, and I'll say what I probably would swap out with now. But so my team would be Sceptile, Flygon, Floatzel, a Charizard, a don't comment, shut up. I'm trying to remember now. A Kingdra and an Umbreon. And a lot of those are based on Pokemon I've had throughout the games. Like, Flygon is my favorite Pokemon, and my very first Flygon was the one called Traps, which I think I still have lying around in the game. And it's like the same story for all of them, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say their names, because most of them are just like that. Like, the Charizard's called Charm, for Pete's sake. I was a very smart kid, I assure you.
I didn't even name my Pokemon.
Wow, there you go then.
That wasn't something I did. I was someone who would, the only way I play Pokemon was just make my starter OP as fuck, and then wait till I caught the Legendary, and then took on the Elite Four.
Oh my god. I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah, it's like my original team for like when I got to the Elite Four, I'll just catch Pokemon in the fucking Victory Road and hope they did something.
Oh man. You live dangerously.
Well, back when I first started, I did that up until X and Y, actually. So I was 17, 18 when I stopped doing that and actually started training up a team.
That is I can't imagine doing that, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very smart way to do things.
Or it always, that reminds me actually that I had a friend who basically did that, like, back when we were playing Ruby and Sapphire, she had a level 100 Blaziken very early, but all of her other Pokemon were, like, in the 20s to 40s.
Yeah.
And she went up against me with my Sceptile team.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously she, like, kills my Sceptile, right? But, I chew through her Blaziken, and once it's dead, I just own her team.
Yeah.
Because, like, my team were all in their, like, 70s, so I easily beat her once I took down the Blaziken.
Yeah, that's usually how it went as well.
The other team's just there for revives, right?
Yeah. Okay, so quick question. What's your favorite spin-off game?
Spin-off game. Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, very nice. Mine's Pokemon Snap.
Ah, yes. I never played Snap. I didn't have a
so much
64
fun.
growing up, so I never got to play much of those games, but...
Yeah.
They're remaking Snap, aren't they?
Huh? Yeah, well, I heard they're making either a new one or whatnot, but
Yeah.
that was, like, months ago.
That's true. Probably got delayed because of the Rona.
Probably. Classic Rona.
But yeah, Pokemon Snap. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, everyone growing up talks about Pokemon Snap.
A lot, apparently it was, like, super mixed, like, what people thought of it.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never heard anyone talk bad about Snap before.
I have.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Want to spill some dirt?
No, that's it. It's just people who just didn't like it. They
Oh.
thought it was boring.
That's fair, I guess. It's like on rails camera action, right?
Yeah, so you just
Yeah.
move through a map and you just have to wait till Pokemon show up and get the best shots.
Okay,
And the thing
yeah.
is, the way like a lot of Pokemon interacted in the environment, you had to do the levels multiple times to try and get them all. And then, of course, some of the
right.
Pokemon themselves were hidden in the level, so you had to do a bunch of tasks in order to find it. Like,
Okay, yeah.
like in order to get like Dragonite in the valley level, you had to like throw pester bombs or like that we just they're beach balls full of poison into
Okay.
yeah, they're just called pester bombs because they pestered the Pokemon. But you threw those into a whirlpool in a river and enough times, and a Dragonite will show out.
Damn.
And then, like, in order to get not Dragonite, a Gyarados in the same level, you had to, like, specifically keep hitting the same Magikarp with an apple or a Pester Bomb until you hit it into a waterfall. And then it would
Damn.
evolve into Gyarados.
That's pretty cool, though.
Oh, and it's like the only thing I've never been able to catch on camera is flying Pikachu. So when you're in the river, not the river, the cave...
Yeah.
cave level, there is a Pikachu being held by a Zubat, and if you can hit that Zubat with a Pester Bomb, then it will drop the Pikachu and it will float down on balloons. But
Oh my
because
God.
Zubats like fly so sporadically, it's impossible to hit. Like, it's so hard to hit.
I could see how a remake / reimagining of that game could be very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. They just don't have. They just have to not fuck it up.
Yeah, especially because of how many Pokemon there are. Like, you don't want another Sword and Shield. Oops, or you're just destroying a lot of them. Like, you would
Yeah.
have to... You'd have to be
Oops,
very
only
careful
Kanto.
with it. Huh?
It's
Oh,
like, oops,
no.
only Kanto.
Well, to be fair, if they are remaking it, they will just stick with Kanto.
And they better
Which is
know.
okay, but if they're
Yeah.
reimagining it, then they shouldn't just stick with Kanto.
Yeah.
Kanto... It's not always good just because it's Kanto, alright? I said it. It's not always good just because it's Gen 1, guys. Stop saying Gen 1 is superior in every way.
It's just the nostalgia hitting. Like, Gen 4 was fucking phenomenal. And Gen 5 had such good storytelling.
And, I mean, no soundtrack will ever compare to walking into Driftvale City. Don't talk to me if you don't like Driftvale City. Exactly. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
If you don't know the Driftout theme, it's exactly the one that you're thinking it is.
Probably. Just go
Yeah.
look it up and jam to it, because it's an absolute
Yeah.
jam, but yeah.
Fucking the music in Gen 5 slaps. It's just,
It really
hits so
does.
hard. It's slapping.
And there's always that one track in a soundtrack that will slap real good too.
Do you fucking know how cool it was when they incorporated the low Pokemon HP into the soundtrack in Gen 5? And then
Yeah.
they just didn't do that for the other games?
Yeah. And it was like the most anxiety-inducing experience in the world. The music would just stop and you'd be like, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
no!
no! Yeah. fucking
I'm in
phenomenal.
danger!
I never finished Gen 5 either. I
Oh,
think
really?
that's-
I finished the first game, but then when Black and White 2 came out, I didn't have the patience to play it.
Black and White, I think, with a lot of people, that's when we fell out of Pokemon. Like, it just wasn't a priority. Like, I'm pretty sure most people our age in the mid to late 20s can pinpoint Gen 5 as when we stopped being invested in the games. And that's when we started buying them out of nostalgia instead of excitement.
Yeah, I guess. Gen 5 was the first game I ever bought with my first job money.
Yeah.
I believe it came out when I was 15 and I'd just gotten my first job, so it was the first game I could pre-order on my own without begging my parents for it for Christmas.
Yeah.
So it felt really good to be able to do that, but I think it also might do, like, I definitely agree with you, and I think it could be because of the age we were at, because we were in our final high school years. Roughly most people were our age were around that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like you starting to get serious, like people grilling you about your job careers and what you want to do. It can get very hard to spend the time to play Pokemon. I still always made the time to play games, but I am well aware that I was probably very lucky that I was able to do that in some circumstances too, because some people might not have been able to. Yeah. And they might have been, I don't know, they might have had to have worked jobs more during school, or the pressure from outside things, especially if you wanted to get into a university that, like you wanted to be an engineer or something and you had to take an advanced maths course. I can't imagine wanting to come home and play Pokemon when you had to write a maths assignment.
That makes it sound like you haven't done advanced maths.
I studied...
have assignments, they only have, like, extra homework.
I mean, okay, look, I did advanced maths in high school, but, like, the only way I can explain it is we had maths A, B, C. C, you only took maths C if you basically wanted to do engineering, because it would get you into engineering. Maths A was considered the normal maths, which I really should have been doing, and maths B was advanced maths. It was stupid, it was really dumb. I was probably the dumbest person in my class, because everyone else was, like, wanting to be a doctor and stuff, and I was like, I'm going to university to do video games.
Yeah, well, like, with us, we had advanced maths, normal maths, applied maths, which is where all the dumb kids went, or the kids who just didn't want to do maths went, and then, like, on top of that, we had the maths, advanced maths kids had to do math extension, and then there was, like, 1 or 2, extension 1 or extension 2.
Okay,
and extension 2 was, like, top of the top.
Your school sounds like it had way more, it sounds very similar, but it sounds like you had more refined classes.
Yeah, I think it did. But, I was in just... So, like, even still, like, between, like, the different subcategories of maths, you would have multiple classes for that. So, all the math classes, they were ranked. So, normal maths...
That's terrifying.
Yeah, normal maths was just called, like, maths general. And it was ranked between, like, 1 and 4, I believe.
Jesus.
Yeah, and, like, I was in maths 2 for most of that, but I started in maths 4 because I hated maths. And I don't know, and then I dropped into maths 3, and then I got back out into maths 2 in like, year 12 and stuff, because I just didn't enjoy the teacher I had for maths 3, and that was enough to make me want to go back to maths 2.
Honestly, yeah, no, I definitely feel you. Oh my god. We should have a dedicated episode where we bitch about high school, because my god, I have things to say about maths class in high school.
I would love that.
Alright, well, in that case, I won't go further into why I was the dumb shit in Maths B. You'll have to watch the school episode for that one.
Tune into our high school festival episode. Kawaii desu.
It's our cultural day episode.
It's our culture day episode. Bro, we need to talk about athletics carnivals and swimming carnivals.
Oh my god. Alright, we'll have a dedicated school episode. You know what, maybe we'll do that next. But
oh yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
We'll see. Stay tuned for that. We have a lot of fun stuff. You ever want to know what growing up in schools in Australia is like? That's the episode for you.
Too long didn't read. It's fucking shit. I guess it's the same everywhere though. Schools.
That's true.
The school in a developed nation? Fun? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, my gosh. What was I gonna say? Right, my favorite spin-off game. Let me just segue into a little bit about Mystery Dungeon. Did you ever play Mystery Dungeon?
I did. I was really excited, and it was one of my favorite games as a kid. I had Mystery Dungeon Blue.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I just played it I think it was the only, like, Pokemon game that I could just restart over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I played it to the death.
Yeah, it was.
And then I lost the cartridge and it's gone.
Oh no. Yeah,
yeah.
Same. I had Red, the Game Boy version, because I was
Yeah.
a poor kid who did not get a DS till later. But I played the fuck out of Red, and I ended up giving it to my sister later, and she ended up losing the cartridge. So I don't have my original Red anymore. Quite
Yeah.
sad, but yeah, definitely Mystery Dungeon Red. Like, I'm gonna say a controversial opinion. Okay, everyone says that the second Mystery Dungeon games are the best. I disagree. I think Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue is better. There, I said it. I don't think it has the better story. Arguably,
Which one is Sky and which one is Darkness? Time and Darkness.
Darkness and Time were the second ones, and I think Sky was basically like the emerald, the platinum of that. As
Okay,
far as
cool.
I'm aware, I stopped playing halfway through Time. I just didn't like it as much, so I kind of just stopped. But I played the fuck out of Red. I did the exact opposite as you. I never restarted my game. I had the exact same game all along, and I went all the way up to, like, the very end dungeons, and I was trying to tackle, like, finding Mew
I
and,
didn't
and
know
stuff like that.
You could get Lugia and stuff until I bought the game guide, you know, the big thick book.
Yes. Oh, I have
So-
the Red and Blue game guide too.
Yeah, so when I got that book, that's when I stopped restarting my game and tried getting all the legendaries.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, that was so stressful because it was a 99 level dungeon, right?
Yeah.
And most of the legendaries, they would come with you when you beat them, but sometimes they didn't. And those times are so stressful. It took me like 3 goes to get Lugia on my team. And boy, did I want Lugia. And actually, that's the one thing I'm disappointed with the Pokemon Dungeon remakes is you can't go into the friend areas anymore.
Yes.
I fucking loved the friend areas. I remember as a kid, I would just go into the friend areas that were my favorite and just sit there and just admire the scenery. Just all the Pokemon vibing together.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a sad thing they got rid of.
Yeah, like my DS would just be on my desk and I'd just have my character like sitting there in like Rainbow Plains or something.
Oh, yeah, and you
And
go
I'll
up to your favorite, you're like, there they are!
There they are, yeah. So good.
I do like that they allowed you to change, in the remake, they allowed you to be any Pokemon you want straight from the start, so you didn't have to play as your player character.
Yeah, but that's no fun. I really like random aspects. That's why I love Nuzlocke so much. Like, I know a lot of people like being in control when they play games like this, but I legitimately just fucking love random.
As long as it's not a monster house.
Oh, though I always had my petrified orbs ready for those monster houses. Or no, wait, I think I played as a Charmander and my partner was a Totodile. So when I evolved into a Charizard, I would just like learn Heat Wave and just knock them all out.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I was a Squirtle and my partner was a Charmander. So
Nice.
when we turned into Blastoise and Charizard, I could just, in the water levels, I'd just sneak off into the water and I'd be like, good luck, lads.
I fucking
gonna
love
hydro
that.
pump from
as
here.
As a Charizard, you could just walk on the lava.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And being a flying one, like, when you bring along, like you get Zapdos or Moltres or Articuno, and then you bring them along, and in the chasm levels, you could just, like, swap to them, and then just be like, I'm just going into the chasm. There's just Zubats here.
Yeah, just flying.
Oh man, did you ever try and steal from a Kecleon store and get away with it?
Of course I tried.
Absolutely.
That
Oh god.
But of course it was by accident the first time. And then when I could do it, like when I started doing it on purpose, I'm like, can I beat this guy? It's like, no matter how many fucking revive seeds I had, they just like one-shotted.
God, I've never been so scared of a Pokemon as I have with the Kecleon in those
Purple
dungeons.
Kecleon, so dangerous.
Jesus. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love them, but it was like, oh my god. I used to try and steal and then go into the water because they couldn't get into those sections.
Really?
So I'd be like, so long, loser.
I didn't think that far ahead.
Oh, I was a master criminal of Mystery Dungeon.
They moved like 2 squares for every 1 step you did, right?
Yeah, they were like hasted permanently.
Yeah.
Those
Crazy.
big boys. Oh man. Fear the Kecleons is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I believe they even had their own meme for a while. Like, this was before I was using the internet, but I'm sure purple Kecleon memes exist.
Definitely, yeah. They were one of the OGs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess other than Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Snap, there's quite a few spin-off games, but do any of the other ones really... Did you play many of the other ones, or do you have another one that you really want to talk
I
about?
played Pokemon Stadium, and I always wanted to play Coliseum, but I never did.
I always same hat. I never had a Nintendo GameCube. Colosseum was like, okay. Can I just paint the picture of Colosseum to me as a youngin?
Go for it.
Okay, so here, Colosseum was like this magical game of epic proportions that I could never play. Because, like, I heard about, like, Gale of Darkness after it, right? When they made the second one, and there was, like, shadow Pokemon, and I was like, what's going on? And I would only see screenshots in, like, magazines and stuff. And it was, like, because it's, like, set in, like, Arizona or something, right? It's, like, set in America, and it's, like, desert.
Yeah.
So it's, like, probably more Nevada. Sorry, we're Australians. But anyway, it's,
No, Arizona's
it was, like,
desert.
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it was magically, like, it was just, like, all these big pipes and machinery and, like, desert. And there was, like, an Umbreon, and you looked so cool. And, like, my mind just span with the ideas that this was, like, this weird underground, like, emo teenage game that, like, you played after the normal mainline happy child games.
Yeah.
And I could never play it, but because, like, they had the Shadow Pokemon gimmick, and I was like, what's going on? Why is this so cool? And I talked to people that play it, and they'd be like, yeah, it's really cool. And I'd be like, no, I really want to play it.
I want to play it.
It was like mystery zone. It's like a conspiracy theory for little young me. It's like the Mew under the truck, but the entire thing is Pokemon Colosseum, the game.
See, did you ever experience the Pokemon myths growing up, or not?
Kind of, yes. So most of the Pokemon theories I remember are from Gen 3. I didn't really get many of the, like, the Peekaboo and the Mew under the truck. Those never really circulated around my schools, probably because Gen 3 was when I got my first, my first console was a GBA. So I went back and played the other ones basically immediately, but Ruby was the first game I played. But most of the playground rumors were about Deoxys, how to get Deoxys.
Oh, yeah, Deoxys and Jirachi and stuff.
Yeah, all of the garbage talk people would come up with, like, because it's like you have like DLC, not the DLC, but the event cartridge. It's like you do a trip to the moon or something. Yeah. So it's like, it's just a set piece, right? But people were like, oh no, you have a set limited amount of oxygen that you could get if they report this certain date. Like, I don't know how much of it is true based on the set piece of the actual game, but there was some crazy theories about Deoxys back then.
Yeah, of course, and I read, like, the one where, you could get it, but you had to go to, like, the Kratos section, and you had to have all the Reggie Rosses, Reggie Gigas, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All the Reggie boys.
Oh
and, like,
my
getting
God.
the Reggies alone was impossible. Like, did you ever struggle finding that one Feebas?
No. You don't need a Phoebus to get the Reggies, though. You need a Relicanth.
No, I mean, but, Feebas only spawned on, like, four tiles in the game.
Yeah. Oh, I never got a Phoebus, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I never cared about Milotic, so I never bothered.
I was one of those kids that, like, I have to complete the Pokedex.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not a completionist.
I'm not anymore, but
yeah,
I never actually managed to because I got bored really quick.
Yeah, also
That's
Phoebus
why,
is just...
Because, like, I didn't have any friends who were also into Pokemon, so there was no link cable battling for me or any of that.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, well, my sisters had the game, so we would constantly link battle and shit like that. And my sister would always get the opposite game. Up until, like, XY, I think it was, we would always get the opposite one, so it would work out really well that we'd always happen to want the opposite legendaries on the box, too.
LMAO, my brother and I, we got the same games. So
really?
Because we're twins, so we got to choose, like, the Pokemon games we got, and we're like,
yeah,
we both want Emerald. And it's like, okay, do you want Leaf Green or Fire Red? And we're both like, we both want Fire Red, because it's got Charizard on the front. And it's just like, wow. And then when Gen 4 came out, he stopped playing Pokemon while I continued, so he never got, like, Diamond or Crystal. I mean, Diamond or Pearl.
We'll never know which game he wanted, Starmie.
It's crazy. Like, my brother just stopped playing Pokemon, and I don't think it matters too much.
Can't relate.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
never stopped.
We're twins, but we're so different.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. But he got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I did, but then I continued Yu-Gi-Oh! And when he got out of it, I got into it, kind of thing.
Wow, and, you've just carried the podium forward for everything.
Yeah, and like, wow, I'm still really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now.
It's a curse, we can't escape it.
Yeah.
Help us. Help.
Somebody.
Please.
So, you know what I missed that I absolutely adore is the mini games in Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, yes, those are so fun with friends. Oh my
I
god.
love it, like the fucking Rattata race and the Metapod Harden.
Like, okay, I'm gonna lay down a truth bomb here, alright? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Mario Kart / Mario Party are worse party games than the Pokemon Stadium mini games. There, I said it. I said it. Pokemon Stadium mini games are more fun. I said it.
That sounds like you just lost all your games.
No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have some repressed memories you'd like to share with the class?
Yes, I grew up playing CTR racing, the Crash Team Racing, instead of Mario Kart. So everyone would be like, "Let's play Mario Kart," and I'd be like, "No, I want to play the Crash version."
I played Diddy Kong Racing. Beat that.
Oh, Diddy Kong
We didn't
Racing
have
fan.
access to Mario Kart. We had the fucking B grade games.
Ah, but the B grade games are so fun. Like,
It's
I don't
true.
know, the characters are just much more fun. But I suppose if you're really into Mario, you prefer the Mario ones. But if I can't play as Bowser or Yoshi, then I just don't care.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. Like every time I played Mario, I wanted to be Yoshi.
Everyone wanted to
And
be
so,
Yoshi.
my brother and I came up with a rule. It's like, if you want to be Yoshi, then you can't be player one. And my brother just was like, he wanted to be player one, so he wasn't allowed to be Yoshi.
Wow, that's a pretty solid rule. I'll give you points for that.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing that we could agree on, because it's like, I hated being player two, and he wanted to be Yoshi, so it's like, well, you can have Yoshi as long as I'm player one. And then he's like, no.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
You both lose, but you both win somehow.
So, no one wins in Mario.
That's true.
You're just all losers.
That's why I only play Crash Team Racing, the superior game. That's right, I said it.
Yes, you said it. Was that even on Nintendo, or was that a PlayStation game?
No, it was just PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I played it.
We had
But
Need for Speed for a while, and
Oh shit, let's
do you
talk
remember
about...
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2?
God, no, I never got Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
I fucking love the Tony Hawk games so much.
I know basically everything about them because of the internet talk, but I never got to play them because my parents would never buy us sport games because we hated sport. We were annoying kids.
Well, here's the thing, like, we had a Nintendo, but we had no games for the Nintendo, so we had to hire games to play them.
Oh, from
And so-
Blockbuster?
Yeah, well, we had a local business called Tons of Games,
Okay.
and,
Fascinating.
in order to and so because back then games were saved on the cartridges and not the consoles, so we'll always
Yeah.
be playing someone else's save file.
Oh my god. That's great.
Yeah, it was so much fun, I'll tell you that. But also it also meant like after a week we'd have to return the game, and then that would be it.
Yeah. And then
like,
if someone else rents it, that game could get wiped.
yeah, oh yeah, that happened a lot. Like a lot of
Damn.
the times, like when we were playing Pokemon, we'll just wipe the save cartridge and then play our own version for a week.
Yeah.
Because we played Blue once, Pokemon was always hired out, so we rarely got to play.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I basically, we just never rented games. We just got them because it would be like, my parents' tactic would be like, we get one game for the family, so like, that's like 3 Christmas presents in one.
Yeah.
Or like, they'd get 2 games and they'd be like, that's your Christmas present. And we'd be like, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that's usually how like consoles and games work with our family too. It was like combined present for the kids.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, it's cheap. There we go. We, you used to get the third-party knockoff games kind of things.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes too.
absolutely.
Like, we used to get good games. Like, I mean, one Christmas, the reason I played Final Fantasy 12 so much is because I got it when it came out, because it was, like, my parents bought it for Christmas. And that was, like, my Christmas game. And I was like, damn, a new Final Fantasy? Incredible. What happened to 11? My young self could not know what happened to 11. I went from 10 to 12. Oh, well, 10, 10, 2, and then 12. And I was like, what happened to Final Fantasy 11?
Did 11 exist?
You mean, yeah, but it was, like, online.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was like, I was like, wait, people go online for anything other than Neopets? Can't relate.
Yeah, what?
You use the online for things other than Neopets? No.
You weren't making a roleplay account of Dawn on Bieber? Excuse me?
You mean you weren't on DeviantArt?
Bro, Do you even know what Bebo is?
Oh yeah, I was never on it, but I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like MySpace before MySpace.
Mm.
It's weird.
Damn.
It had like it had the same feature where you could just set your songs to play on your profile. So I associate Pokemon the battle between Charizard and Articuno with Welcome to Black Parade. Because I had an AMV saved to my profile that someone had made of like those two songs. Like that song and that clip.
Oh my gosh.
So every time I hear Welcome to the Black Parade, it yeets me back into like that time where I had a like a roleplay character as Dawn on Bebo.
Damn.
And it was crazy.
Whatever happened to Dawn is awesome 555. Where did she go?
Where did she go?
Who did she become? What secrets does she know?
Yeah. Like, that's the equivalent of making a fictional character official account. It's like if I were to go today and go like Dawn official on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Official Dawn.
Oh my god, yes, and you put official in the @ as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, I love it, but...
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what I was doing either at that time. Cause like...
That's okay. I don't think anyone knew what we were doing at that time.
No. Of course not.
That's what made it the best time.
It's like even my first ever username online was EV55. Like, because the reason why I put 5 in everything was because it was my favorite number.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, if I Google EV55, what's going to come up?
Something appropriate, I hope.
Oh, no, I don't think so. It's not EV34.
Oh my god, but speaking of EVs, okay, did you ever watch the EV party videos?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? But have you seen them?
No.
Oh my god, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna link you them, but I'm also gonna link in the description because I want everyone to watch this piece of history. It's like YouTube history right here.
Oh,
They were just like EV animations that a bunch of people made over the top of a song. So like the first one is Five's Let's Dance, and the second EV party was Fall Out Boy's Dance Dance. And it was just so weird. It was just a bunch of people's EVOCs dancing. Like they put out roll calls for people's OCs, and they just put all these EVs together and they just made them dance, and it was the weirdest thing, but man, it was a blast when I was a kid.
I don't know what this is. I just Googled it.
It's a classic piece of animation history. YouTube animation history right there.
Are you sure that Eevees are not warrior cats?
No, but now that you've mentioned that team actually did do Warrior Cat animations.
Of course they did.
Hey man, it was the height of my Warrior Cats phase. I was neck deep in that stuff.
Did you fucking do that thing where you saw everyone's like fake anime openings? You're like, is there a Warriors Cat anime I don't know about?
No, because I was really deep into Warriors, so I knew there wasn't an anime. But man, oh god, because there was so many people that would be making those fake, like episode 1 animations and stuff like that, and yeah, the SSS Warrior Cats, which was that group of people, they were basically the most famous for it because they anime-fied it so much.
Yeah.
And since then, there's been so many rumors of licenses and movies and stuff like that from the Aaron Hunter team, but to this date, there has still never been a piece of video, official media of Warrior Cats. Why not? Where is it?
It's crazy how, like, Warrior Cats and these bad like, Pokemon animations were the original animation memes.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that all the time.
There's such a piece of history, though. Oh, God. I love watching early 2000s animations so much. Yeah. They gave me so much inspiration to want to animate when I was younger, but I'm just really glad I chose not to be an animator.
Yeah, chose not to animate.
Yeah. I had my first year of trying to make Warrior Cats animations, but I'm really glad I never went super far into it. I'll leave it to the pros.
Yeah.
God, it was good stuff, though. Oh, man.
Tell me about it. I wasn't crazy with Warrior Cats. I I was kind of slow as a teenager or a kid, and I read the books out of order because I didn't know they were a series.
You read Warrior Cats out of
And
order?
actually, Warrior Cats was probably the reason how I got into fan art, because I would be on YouTube and I'd look at like animated like picture music videos, and there'll always be like picture like AMVs of like Blue Paw and no, not Blue Paw, Blue Star,
yeah,
and Fireheart and all these and Tiger Claw and all that stuff. And I would like be like, where are you getting these images from? And someone's like, oh, we make them. And I'm like, what do you mean you make them? It's like, oh yeah, we draw them ourselves and we post them online. And I'm like, that's so cool.
The fact that you remember people being so nice to you about it. Like, you ask that shit now, people would be like, shut up.
Yeah, they're like, oh wait, newbie.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh god. The gatekeeping.
Oh, yeah. The Warrior Cat kids.
Oh man.
What was the warrior cat that was white and like lost his ear and an eye? Was that Snowpaw?
No. Wait, a white cat that lost their ear and eye?
Yeah.
Oh, you might mean Brightheart. She had like white and ginger fur. She was like white and orange.
No, it's Snowpaw, I think. Unless it's
Snowpaw?
someone's. I don't know. I just read in in one of the books, like there was this one of the cats was born as an albino, and she got taken away by a hawk or something, or got attacked by a hawk.
Oh yes, yeah, but like died. Did not live long enough to
Yeah, they might have just died. Yeah.
Snow Kit.
Could have been.
I don't know. Oh man, you're asking a lot, but
yeah, whatever. Well, that was specifically the fan art that I saw was of this Snow White character. Well, not Snow White, but just this white kitten.
That's fair. It also is a little hard because there's only so many different kinds of pelts warrior cats can have since they're like original.
This is about Pokemon. Let's go back.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
No, that was my fault. I was getting too invested in warrior cat lore.
That's fair.
Yeah. Do you just want to like cut that bit out and just like have our
Absolutely
outro?
not. You know what? You guys just deal with our warrior cats tangent in Pokemon.
Okay. I mean,
I think it was my fault because I mentioned the Eevee party videos who were made by the SSS Warrior Cats group.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
because that, as soon as I saw the Eevee videos, I'm like, wait a minute, that's
familiar.
Yeah,
yeah. I know, right? Oh, talk about an iconic style, though. If you recognize it, now that's an art style.
I wonder what they're doing these days. I'm gonna have to Google that when I get off.
Same, actually. I'd be very interested to find out.
Yeah.
People with that kind of dedication and inspiration and talent.
Absolutely.
You don't let that go unless the internet ruins it for you. Then it's unfortunate.
Or they turn into someone problematic.
That is also true. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Was there anything else about Pokemon? Any big discussions?
Did you have any weird quirks when it came to watching Pokemon? Because what I would do is I would get all my Pokemon toys and line them up in front of the TV so they could watch Pokemon as well when I was a kid.
No, I did not do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't have many, but I'd be like, oh, I have to go get everyone to watch Pokemon.
Oh, that's so cute, though.
And me would be like, oh, because I only ever had, like, the small figurines. I didn't have any plushies or any of that. I'll just line them up on the floorboards in front of the TV, and I'll sit down with them, and we'll watch Pokemon together.
That's really cute. No, I guess because mostly I watch it with my sisters, and I would have felt too awkward if I did that.
Yeah,
probably.
No, my brother wasn't interested in watching the anime. Like, I think back now, and like, I was a fucking weird kid, man. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, man, quirks as a kid, it happens.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you just do weird shit as a kid, and I'm like...
Yeah.
Did you ever have, like, those weird, like, when you were, like, really young, did you pretend to be Pokemon and fight each other?
Absolutely, yes.
I did that with my brother, too. We'd be on the bed, and it'd be like, okay, the first one to knock the other one off the bed is the loser. It was just play wrestling, but we pretended to be Pokemon. Like, he'd be like, oh, I'm Sceptile, and I'd be like, well, I'm fucking Swalo.
Yeah. Oh, we used to, I remember with my figures, this is like very, very early, Pokemon years. I would have been in like the very start of primary school, so I was probably 6 or 7. I remember we would have a handful of Pokemon figures, like just a few little toys, and we used to create scenarios with them, and we used to build them houses. We used to do it inside and outside. Like, inside it'd be out of, like, cereal box containers and stuff, but outside, we had this, like, one little muddy ledge, and whenever it would rain, and this was when I was living in tropical Queensland, so whenever it would rain, it would get, like, all muddy, and it'd be very malleable in your hands. We used to, this was my kid dirt story, we used to build dirt houses and dirt roads for them, and we'd be like, Meowth lives here, and Meowth was a bigger figure than the other figures, so it'd be like, Meowth is the boss, and then this little Articuno, I don't know, runs the bank or something, like, there'd just be, we'd make such weird stories.
Like, I didn't have a sand pit, but my mates did, and we'd do the exact same thing, where we'd just build sand pit houses for them.
Sand pit houses, that's cool.
And have, like, a Pokemon society.
Yeah, oh my gosh, and you give them, like, the weirdest things, like, and sometimes it's not even the actual Pokemon. Oh god, I remember we used to have this scenario, because going back to how Ruby was my first official game, I got myself, that wasn't like a shared one, and my sister had Sapphire, and we used to go around, and we were really into how deep the Sapphire and Ruby story got, with like the giant god Pokemon with like a Groudon and Kyogre, and how like it was basically just like one can create land and one can create more ocean, and that was like terrifying. So we used to pretend to be these characters, and like, I think at one point I was Groudon and my sister was like a trainer, and I used to stomp around the yard, and I'd be like,
you can't catch me, I'm God.
And I'd go hide in an area so she could come and find me, just like the game, and it'd be like, oh, you've stumbled into my lair.
Yeah, fuck. I miss being a kid and coming up with scenarios like that. Like, I used to be like that with my art and stuff, where it didn't matter what I was drawing, I'll just draw it because I could.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, I used to draw, like, all these random Pokemon things all the time, like, random Pokemon battles and stuff, and I just don't do that anymore. It's like, wow, I miss that innocence that I used to have as a kid.
I miss being able to do anything with Pokemon and people not calling you, like, garbage names and stuff because you wanted to have a Pokemon a shiny color it wasn't allowed to be, or something like that. Or like,
God.
Yeah, basically you had to be, I hate it when people would be like, you have to be as in canon as possible, and I'm like, no, who gives a crap? Like,
who cares about canon?
No one cares about canon. Like, for example, I was super into the old, without getting into the details of it, do you remember that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon group on DeviantArt? It was like the role-playing group. It was huge.
I remember that one.
Yeah, okay. So, without getting into it, some shit happened. It doesn't run.
Without getting into what happened to that.
It doesn't. It obviously doesn't run anymore. This was when I was in high school / I think I was in high school when it happened. And when the group was around, and I got really into it because everyone was so creative with what their characters could do and look like, and how much they could do with their movements. And I think it was like my first introduction to making real comics. As well, because I used to make little lined comics of them. I wasn't a big digital artist at that time because I'd barely started using my tablet. But I used to hand draw and hand ink comics of them all, and it was so fun because it was so fun in the environment, because you could be like, hey, I need some cameos of some characters, and you could just meet people and chill with people. I met one of my longest time friends that I'm still friends with through this group.
Well, that's when I mentioned before with the OCTs, that's how I met one of my closest friends, and that's essentially what it was. Like, OCTs were based on tournaments, but you could definitely have just standard RPG groups where you just pretended to be these characters. And like, my own experience with that was, I wasn't a part of like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon group, but I was part of another one called Collision Epiphany, and like, I was crazy. That was like my first experience with like actually getting to know people online, and it was crazy because when you first join DeviantArt, you don't know how to interact with people, so you find these groups and you get curious.
Yeah. And it's a little scary too, because if you do it when you're 13, like just when you can join DeviantArt, you're like 12, 11, 13, something like that. It's like, it's very scary because it's usually your first online interaction with other humans.
And other humans.
Look, mate, I was playing Neopets up to that point.
That's fine. I joined DeviantArt when I was 13, 14.
Yes,
I didn't start joining RPG groups until I was 15, 16, where I was old enough to understand what was going on.
Yeah. And it was like, oh man, and it was prime time to be in RPG groups too. I don't know if it's really a thing kids do so much these days, in
I
terms of
think it's
how
all
we
on,
did
like,
it.
Amino or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what kids are doing these days.
Did you mean Stolen Art, the app?
Yeah, stolen art. You mean
That's right.
Instagram?
I said it, Amino. Get out of our channel. We're never going to be sponsored by you.
I laugh. It's like, actually, can you guys sponsor us? We like your honesty.
I'd be like, no, take down all the stolen art.
No, I'm waiting for my Raid Shadow Legends sponsor.
Yeah.
I've been practicing. Raid Shadow Legends is a totally, what's my script? Awesome game.
Okay.
Yes.
Starmie's the positive one, and then I play it and I just start tearing it apart, and I'm like, actually, I know some game design things, and this is shit.
We especially love the gotcha feature.
The gotcha feature! Oh my god, can we rename gotchas gotchas? Because that's like the most honest thing in the world.
Gotcha!
Gotcha, because that's how we get our money.
Yes.
Trust me, there will be an episode where I will go into my rants about loot boxes and gotchas, but I will contain myself because, my god.
We'll save that for next round. I'm on Team Loot Box, and she's on Team Gotcha.
I'm on Team Destroy Gotcha Games.
Yes.
Well, while we're at it, can we just destroy another potential sponsor? Fuck you, Genshin Impact. There, I said it.
Genshin, yeah, or Genshin.
Genshin Impact, whatever it's called.
I'm fine with audio. The audiobook one.
Audible.
I'm fine with
Okay.
Squarespace and Wix. Sponsor us on Skillshare, where we will, with our very valuable class of bullshitting your way through YouTube.
Hey, I mean, I can't speak for YouTube, but, you know, I'm pretty good at coming up with some good bullshit and stuff. You need job interviews? I'll help you bullshit those.
Bro, we should make a Skillshare of just bullshitting. How fucking good would that
How
be?
to successfully bullshit. Not gonna lie, it's like one of my only talents I will discuss as a talent. Whereas people will be like, oh, but you're good at this, and I'll be like,
The thing about bullshitting is you can't bullshit a bullshit artist. So if we could teach people to bullshit a bullshit artist by fully committing to their bullshit, well, that's creating a new fucking group of people that are just really good at bullshitting.
Starmie's galaxy braining, and I'm just mush right now.
I'm just saying bullshit. This is how good I am at bullshitting, guys.
But you're stringing it into a sentence, which technically is correct.
I started with an opening and ended with a full stop. Therefore, it was a sentence.
The structure was sound.
Don't at me.
Okay, that's fair. I won't at you. I'll definitely at you.
You will at me.
I'll at you and say play Raid Shadow Legends. I can't even say it.
Yeah, Raid Shadow. This is Pokemon. Play Pokemon Masters.
Can we make a parody game where it's like a synonym? We go to thesaurus.com for Raid Shadow Legends and just make a game like that. But it's an actual RPG game. That's right, I said it, Raid.
Yeah, we can.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, Raid. I don't mean to throw super shade at you. It's okay if you want to play Raid, it's fine, or Genshin Impact or whatever. Play them,
Yeah,
I don't care.
Play what you play, just don't force it on us.
Just play responsibly. That's what annoys me the most, is that they use such manipulation tactics that just play responsibly,
absolutely.
guys. Try your best. Don't give your money to money-hungry corporations who make shit games.
I said it. Corporation is money hungry.
That's true.
That's why you put in the shit games, right?
That's why you should give money to us on our Patreon. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Patreon.
Yeah, we do Patreon things, like Patreon.
Like Patreon?
Yes.
Oh my god. Nah, we just talk shit, fam. It's free. Free real estate. It's free real estate to come move in.
Talking of shit.
Absolutely.
We'll stream one of these podcasts.
Oh god, like a Q&A style one.
Early
Someone will ask a
access.
question, and 30 minutes later I'll still be ranting about some aspect of games design.
Early access to our bullshit. Mwah, love you.
Maybe in the future, but right now, it's all free real estate for y'all.
Free real estate for y'all. Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like we've gotten so far off topic. Should we just
we
end
just
it
need
here?
to end it. Let's just end it.
I feel like we're starting to get into the mood where we're done talking about Pokemon. We are immediately going to jump straight into something else.
Let's just talk about gacha.
No, the episode's already an hour.
Oh well, you're doing the editing this time around. You can choose where you cut
That's
off
true.
the conversation.
That's true. Maybe I'll just have pictures of greyhounds frolicking on the screen.
Oh, bro, I'd love that, like relaxo vision.
I make no promises, but yes, we will see. We'll see.
All right, cool. Well, outro time.
Outro
Hello,
time.
and thank you for listening.
Wait, why did you start it like an intro?
Hello, and thank you for listening. We'll
Okay.
see you next time on Late Night Latte, where we have no concept of starting and ending or any concept of time.
But that's what you guys are here for, to see just how we mess up the beginning and the outro.
Yes, that is us. Okay, I'm Starfish,
And I'm Ash.
and we'll see you next week on Something Something Podcast.